What's up guys, and welcome to my channel. My name is Amanda Marie, and over here I love to discuss all things fragrance. So if you're someone that is into smelling good, I would love for you to hit that subscribe button and turn on your notification bells and become a part of my family. In today's video, we're going to be talking about Cherry Ambition. Now, I picked this up during the Sephora fragrance event, which is actually still happening right now. I want to say up until December 24th, if I'm not mistaken. But the thing about that sale is you can only use the code one time. It's fragrance 20, and you'll see the code when you go to the website, but you can only use it one time. We all know there are ways of getting around that, and I actually did try to reuse that code and it stopped me at the door. Make sure you get the fragrance that you really want, because you won't be able to use that code again. But I think 20% off for some high-end fragrances is a pretty good deal in my opinion, because a lot of high-end fragrances like Kilian and Tom Ford and things like that, I mean, if you do your research, you can find them cheaper. But if you just want to build like your points with Sephora and stuff like that, I would probably use my points for the high-end fragrances. But I chose to use my points for Cherry Ambition because I heard a lot of great things about it. I actually sprayed this fragrance on this arm earlier when I first opened the package. Let me see what I can get. I mean, it's still giving. I don't really pick up much cherry, but mind you, that was probably 3 hours ago. But let's get into my first impressions of this fragrance. Now, before I get into the notes and the fragrance, I do love the mission behind this fragrance. So on the side of the box, there is a story behind this fragrance, and I really think that this is super important. I had to do a little research on it myself, even though I have heard that this does happen, like this does really exist. But just reading it, it was so powerful, and it just, you know, it was very touching and heartfelt for me. But it says that this perfume funds Days for Girls, which I think may be a non-profit or something like that. Don't quote me, but it sounded like it may be a non-profit. But it says that this perfume funds Days for Girls in putting an end to period poverty in North America, made with upcycled green cognac and sustainability sourced sandalwood from Australia. So I had to Google the word period poverty. And when I Googled it, it confirmed what I was already thinking. And basically that there's a problem that exists in America where women and young girls cannot afford to buy feminine products when it is that time of the month. And I just think that is ridiculous. I really do. I think it is sad. I think it's just a horrible thing, because just imagine being like a young girl and you start your period and you don't even have the money to buy pads. Girl, like, that is heartbreaking to me. It really is. So I'm glad I read this, and I'm glad that me purchasing this fragrance is actually going to a good cause, because I am a woman, I have a daughter, and I just feel like that is just something so private and so special, and women and young girls shouldn't feel a certain way about not being able to buy feminine products. And truth be told, I think that kind of stuff should be free anyway, along with birth control. That's just my opinion. But anyway, we move. Let's talk about the fragrance. In this fragrance, you get notes of cherry in the top, you get saffron. In the base, you get vanilla and marshmallow. And for video purposes, I'm gonna go ahead and give this another spray. Yes. And we're gonna do some comparisons to two other popular fragrances that I feel like this fragrance has been compared to already. So right away, I'm getting the saffron. That is the first thing that hits my nose, is the saffron. And saffron is warm, it's spicy, It is aromatic. It's beautiful, in my opinion. It's one of my favorite notes in fragrances. So when I saw that this had saffron in it, I knew that I was gonna like it. Like, there's no way. I haven't, to this day, let me knock on wood, come across a fragrance that has a note of saffron that I actually don't like. So the cherry is definitely standing in this fragrance. It's boozy in a way, and it's yummy, it's delicious, it's warm, it's sexy. I think it's the saffron with the cherry that is giving this fragrance a bit of a sex appeal. It mentions vanilla and marshmallow. I would say this is sweet, okay, but I'm not really picking up on the marshmallow. I am picking up on the vanilla though. So, and it is not necessarily an over-the-top sweet gourmand type of note. This, in my opinion, is not a gourmand. It is a beautiful cherry fragrance, but it's not giving gourmand. Not the gourmands that I've been smelling lately. And no way, no way. But it's giving, okay? It's giving spicy, warm cherries and vanilla. That's what it's giving. And I'm digging this fragrance. Like, I'm not even gonna front on y'all. I am digging this fragrance a lot. This is actually my first fragrance from Seven Virtues. I have smelled the very popular vanilla fragrance. I've smelled that one, and I think they have a Santal fragrance that I've smelled too, but this is my actual first purchase. And ooh, for my first one, I think I did a great job at picking it. So I like this. Let's get to the comparisons, because I have two fragrances here that I actually want to compare this fragrance to, and that is going to be Tom Ford's Lost Cherry and Kayali's Love Fest Burning Cherry. So let's get into it. Now, I actually don't own a full-size bottle of Tom Ford's Lost Cherry. I only have a travel size, and it is because I still haven't been able to wrap my head around the cost. I mean, in reality, I could have purchased that fragrance a long time ago, but we all know the issues that come along with Lost Cherry. Granted, it is a beautiful scent, and I feel like at some point I'm just gonna go ahead and bite the bullet and buy it, like a full-size bottle, because let me see what this okay, the decant has a little dent in it, you know. I'm gonna have to find it on sale though, because I cannot wrap my head around purchasing it at full price. I just cannot. But let's go ahead and spray a little bit of the Lost Cherry here. I will do one spray, because y'all know I ain't working with a lot. I mean, the fragrance is beautiful. It is beautiful. It does open up a little bit medicinal in my opinion, but the fragrance is giving. So the reason why I wanted to do the comparison is because when I was reading the reviews on Cherry Ambition, of course, anytime anybody releases a cherry fragrance, people are always going to compare it, I feel like, to Tom Ford's Lost Cherry or some other popular cherry fragrance. But as I was reading the reviews, a lot of people said that it's reminiscent of Tom Ford's Lost Cherry, but that Cherry Ambition stands on its own. And I'm getting that vibe now. Now that I'm smelling the Lost Cherry next to Cherry Ambition, I would say they are totally different. When they both open up, they do have that same type of cherry DNA, but they end up going in two different directions, okay? They go in two different directions. The Cherry Ambition goes into more of a warmer, spicier, deeper almost direction. The Lost Cherry is bright. It's brighter in my opinion, and it's kind of linear, which means that it's not really changing or shifting on my skin. It's just staying the same. That medicinal smell has disappeared, hallelujah, which it does. But it's not spicy. It is a little sweet, but not necessarily a gourmand. It's almost giving like a sour cherry type of smell, but I'm not getting, they don't have the same sweetness, if that's making sense. I think the Cherry Ambition is way more sweeter in my opinion. So as far as these being the same, I'm gonna say only in the opening that cherry note is the same, but in like within seconds, y'all, they both go into a different direction. Let's compare Love Fest Burning Cherry 48 to Cherry Ambition. Now in the Love Fest Burning Cherry, you have burning cherries, raspberry, praline, palo santo, guaiac wood, and patchouli. I'm thinking that this one might smell a little similar. Let's go ahead and spray it on the skin. And the reason why I say that is because it has some woody notes in here, and saffron is not necessarily woody, it's spicy, but some people could think that it's woody. Let's give it a spray. No, immediately no, no. They are not the same. This one, the Love Fest, is coming off way more creamier in my opinion. I don't know what that is because there's no sandalwood in here, but it's giving something creamy. It's giving something creamy. And I'm picking up on the raspberry. I'm definitely picking up on that Palo Santo, which is a woody note, but something in here is giving more creamy. The Love Fest is coming off a little softer. Cherry Ambition is not necessarily like in your face, but oh yeah, you definitely smell it. Like this is banging, okay? It got a kick is what I'm trying to say. As Love Fest is just, it's softer. I think they're both really good fragrances. It's just really gonna come down to your preference and what you pick up from each fragrance, which will be the deciding factor. But if you are on the fence with Cherry Ambition and you're looking for a great cherry fragrance, I would say go ahead and get it, because it will not disappoint. Now, because of that spicy saffron, I'm not sure how this is going to wear in the summertime. It's definitely perfect for this time of the year, fall and winter. I don't know how that spicy saffron is going to translate into summer. We'll just have to see. My intention this year, not this year, child. My intention for 2024 is to kind of break myself out of that habit to actually wear some of my fragrances that I only reserve for the winter time. I want to wear them in the summertime and see how they hit, because they're supposed to hit different. This is from a perfumer who is what they do. They know what they're talking about. So I'm gonna give it a whirl. And right now, what I'm doing is experimenting with some of my citrusy fragrances. Now in the cooler months, they're supposed to last longer. This is from my understanding. So yeah, I like this. End of the day, I like this. I have no regrets with buying this. I mean, I saved 20%. It was a win-win for me. It's a win-win for me. And I absolutely love what they stand for. And then they just make me want to go out and support and buy more Seven Virtues fragrances, now that I know that, you know, the money is going to help people. I love that. I love knowing that somebody out there is getting some help, okay? And I'm over here smelling good. So everybody's winning, period. I don't think I have any other cherry fragrances in my collection that I want to compare that to, but I'm just gonna say this. I don't think it's comparable to Lost Cherry or Love Fest. I think Cherry Ambition is a fragrance that stands on its own when it comes to cherry. It's doing its own thing. It's in its own lane and it is fabulous, and I absolutely love it. Love it. So comment down below if you've tried it. If you're interested in getting it, you can get it at Sephora right now, save 20%. So let us know in the comments what other cherry fragrances should we try, because I hear cherry punk is given. That's what I hear. And I'm not the biggest cherry fan. I might be interested in adding another cherry fragrance to my collection. I might be. If you have cherry punk, let me know down in the comments. If you're into fragrances, if you're into smelling good, maybe you want to know more about a particular fragrance, maybe you want to build up your collection, I would love it if you hit the subscribe button and turn on your notification bells. Become a part of my family. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button on your way out. It lets YouTube know that you enjoy my content, and that way they push it so other people can watch it. It also lets me know that you enjoy my content as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you're having a fabulous day, and I hope you are smelling good doing it. I will see you in the next video. Mwah. Bye.